Randusi ride. Leather seats got that Randusi pride. Even my hat got a Randusi side. God made earth, then Randusi applied. Randusi in the air tonight. Randusi got me feeling right. Say it once, say it twice. Randusi got no chill, no price. Ra-da-da-da. When she talk, it's Randusi. When I walk, it's Randusi curse. Whole damn planet Randusi thirst. It's that Randusi universe. Randusi on my shoes, Randusi in my news. Randusi when I snooze, can't lose with that Randusi boost. Randusi in the air tonight. Randusi got me feeling right. Say it once, say it twice. Randusi got no chill, no price. Randusi till I fade away. Randusi every single day. Randusi when I kneel and pray. Randusi's here, it's here to stay. Yeah. Let's go! Step in the room, it's the Randusi king. Drip so loud, make the speakers sing. She got that walk, got that Randusi swing. Tatted on my chest, that Randusi bling. Randusi this, Randusi that. Randusi thicker than a baseball bat. Randusi cold, Randusi hot. Randusi make the whole world stop. Pulled up clean in a Randusi ride. Leather seats got that Randusi pride. Even my hat got a Randusi side. God made earth, then Randusi applied. Randusi in the air tonight. Randusi got me feeling right. Say it once, say it twice. Randusi got no chill, no price. Ra-da-da-da. When she talk, it's Randusi. When I walk, it's Randusi curse. Whole damn planet Randusi thirst. It's that Randusi universe. Randusi on my shoes, Randusi in my news. Randusi when I snooze, can't lose with that Randusi boost. Randusi in the air tonight. Randusi got me feeling right. Say it once, say it twice. Randusi got no chill, no price. Randusi till I fade away. Randusi every single day. Randusi when I kneel and pray. Randusi's here, it's here to stay. Yeah. Let's go! Step in the room, it's the Randusi king. Drip so loud, make the speakers sing. She got that walk, got that Randusi swing. Tatted on my chest, that Randusi bling. Randusi this, Randusi that. Randusi thicker than a baseball bat. Randusi cold, Randusi hot. Randusi make the whole world stop. Pulled up clean in a Randusi ride. Leather seats got that Randusi pride. Even my hat got a Randusi side. God made earth, then Randusi applied. Randusi in the air tonight. Randusi got me feeling right. Say it once, say it twice. Randusi got no chill, no price. Ra-da-da-da. When she talk, it's Randusi. When I walk, it's Randusi curse. Whole damn planet Randusi thirst. It's that Randusi universe. Randusi on my shoes, Randusi in my news. Randusi when I snooze, can't lose with that Randusi boost. it once, say it twice. Ranusi got no chill, no price. Ra-da-da-da. Ranusi till I fade away. Ranusi every single day. Ranusi when I kneel and pray. Ranusi's here, is here to stay. Yeah, yeah, let's go. Step in the room, it's the Ranusi king. Drip so loud, make the speakers sing. She got that walk, got that Ranusi swing. Tatted on my chest, that Ranusi bling. Ranusi this, Ranusi that. Ranusi thicker than a baseball bat. Ranusi cold, Ranusi hot. Ranusi make the whole world stop. Pulled up clean in a Ranusi ride. Leather seats got that Ranusi pride. Even my hat got a Ranusi side. God made earth, then Ranusi applied. Ranusi in the air tonight. Ranusi got me feeling right. Say it once, say it twice. Ranusi got no chill, no price. Ra-da-da-da. When she talk, it's Ranusi. When I walk, it's Ranusi curse. Whole damn planet Ranusi thirst. It's that Ranusi universe. Ranusi on my shoes, Ranusi in my news. Ranusi when I snooze, can't lose with that Ranusi boost. Ranusi in the air tonight. Ranusi got me feeling right. Say it once, say it twice. Ranusi got no chill, no price. Ra-da-da-da. Ranusi till I fade away. Ranusi every single day.
What is up, chat? I know it's been a minute. Welcome back. I appreciate you guys coming and joining us today. Today is going to be that little bit of different stream that we were talking about previously. We're going to be sitting here just chatting, things going on in the world, debating. If you've got something to say, feel free to absolutely say it. We would love to have conversation with you. In the words of Charlie Kirk, when people stop talking is when violence starts happening. So we highly believe in having conversation, having those debates. They're important. They're human. So with that, we're going to start with a prayer. Max here, lovely Max, is going to open with a prayer. And then we're going to get rolling from there.
Good day, everyone. So we'll start with this prayer. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Heavenly Father, we gather here as friends, united in joy and purpose, ready to share our talents and passions through this stream. We ask for your blessing upon our time together. May our hearts be filled with kindness, our words be uplifting, and our spirits be joyful. Guide us in conversations, that they may inspire and entertain those who join us. Help us to be the light to one another and to our viewers, reflecting your love and grace in all that we do. May our laughter be a genuine, our connections be deep, and our intentions be pure. We entrust this time to you, Lord, asking for your protection and guidance. May our efforts bring glory to your name and foster a sense of community among all who watch. And may our endeavors be a blessing unto you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Thank
Amen.
you, sir.
All right.
That was beautiful.
You guys star over here, my geriatric 20-something-year-old cat, Sunshine.
Yeah, guys, as always,
Probably
we've
gonna
got...
try and jump on my counter.
Yeah, as always, we've got the geriatric cat, and with it, its owner, Knox Asylum, of course. Then you have Mr.
The cute guy in the
Unincredible.
corner.
Yep, Mr. Unincredible. And then, obviously, hello, I, Renee13. If you don't know the Renusi by now, you joined a little late, but welcome to the party. And then, of course, you've got the lovely Max, who joins us here and there. and has some stuff to say. Okay? We all got some
And I do wanna
stuff to say.
Also, shameless plug here. We are doing some big things. We have started a group channel between the Nox Asylum, the Mr. Unincredible, and the Renee 13, also known as Renussi, down there. It's called the Whorehouse. I don't need to explain why. I mean, look at us. We're fucking sexy, right? So I don't need to explain it. But no, we started a group channel. We're going to be doing a lot of things. I'm not going to tell you because they're surprises, and I hope you enjoy it. But make sure to go find it. You'll find it. It's covered in anime girls. You might find it. I don't know. I'll link it down below, like in the video on my channel and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
check it out, or you're a nerd, and subscribe and become a member of the Ussies. I mean, like, it's basically a cult, yeah, but that's okay.
We're the good kind
We
of
got
cult.
fruit punch.
Not the fruit punch. What
And
brand
in
though?
the
That's
theme
important.
of Oktoberfest, as you can see, we're not wearing normal people clothes for the most part. We got the lovely Max down here, and me. Yeah. Do a show up. Camera just follows you up.
Every time I turn this thing off, I'm sorry.
Shit, but like, you can see the drip. We got the drip, right? We got the drip.
The
We
leader
got fucking
Hussein.
Mr. Incredible over here. He's got the
And
drip.
you know,
Yeah.
Yep.
There we go. Now we got the full view.
there we go.
Yep, there we go.
Decked out.
Yep.
Let's see, Mr. Incredible, that incredible beer costume.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I have to say, Thomas,
I get
the
what you
socks
did there,
on
Nick.
that,
Oh,
the socks on that outfit is what completes it.
dude, they didn't send me socks with mine, bro. I'm still mad about that. They expect me to own knee-high socks. I'm 22. Why the fuck would I have knee-high socks, bro?
Oh, wouldn't
Dude, we're bringing back the look, dude. I got so many compliments today. It was crazy, dude. My ego was through the roof.
Dude, my German heritage, I felt it when I got in this. You know the Halo theme song? That was me when I put this shit on, dude. I felt the connection, the spiritual bond. It's like in Black Panther when they meet the ancestors. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
me, dude. I was talking to my ancestor. Not all of them positive, but
Yeah,
ancestors nonetheless.
looking at all the anime stuff in your middle of that.
Yeah, they look at my anime tattoos and they're like, "This boy ain't right." I was like, "This boy ain't right." This boy ain't right.
Dude, I love how The Simpsons portrays like the German language. It's just like, you know, it'll just be a German guy. He's like, oh, he's like yelling, and it's just like, hello, have a wonderful day. And the subtitle.
Yeah. Dude, it is the most angry, foul-sounding language ever, dude, and I love it. I love that. That's part of my heritage.
So funny.
As you can see from my ghostly complexion, and Sunshine, do not get on that counter.
She's gonna do it.
Hey. Yeah, don't meow at me. The disrespect from this cat, man. I feed her. I clothe her. Not really. She makes her own clothes, but I clean her shit, dude. I fucking scoop her shit out of a fucking box. And she got the audacity to disrespect.
Right.
What are you doing?
It's like she keeps going back too, dude. It's like that memory
No,
loop.
she knows it, dude. She knows I don't want her up there. Ugh.
So
I
silly.
don't like when your fucking litter that you track on your toes goes on my counter, Sunshine. I put food there. That doesn't mean keep walking towards the counter. Hey. No, I'm just ignoring her. I'm over it. Just fucking clean my counters later, I guess.
The daily occurrence.
Mhm.
What is she looking for on the counters? Like, do you have filet mignon sitting on there? Like, what's going on? No.
I have nothing.
She's
I
looking
don't
for
know what.
tuna.
I don't know. I think she just likes going up there to piss me off. I genuinely think that's the only reason she goes up there.
That cat ain't right.
Far from it.
Speaking of Hank Hill references, you know my bobby pin? Gotta stay
Love
locked.
it, dude. Yes.
Speaking of
Dude, my wife and I
references,
love-
Cameron's Hank Hill ass.
So who is the sane one here? Riker? I could not tell you, my boy. Oh, I gotta give Becky a wink, too.
Uh-oh.
Say
got
none of
you.
us.
Wait, Becky's there?
Yeah, she redeemed give Becky a wink.
Oh.
It's one of my channel point redeems. Because she asked me so much, I was like, you're going to have to spend channel points.
All right, make it worth your while.
Who is the
Becky's here.
sane one here? Rikerverse?
None of us. We're all kind of
Oh.
nuts in our own way. Just some of us more than others, like Renee.
Do what?
I get this following channel?
Numero uno right there.
I don't know, but welcome, Rikerverse.
How do I get to following this channel? I mean, you hit that follow button, you know. You hit that beautiful follow button. You know, you enjoy the content. It'll give you a little notification every time I go live, which isn't very often right now, but there's a lot of things happening in my life, and soon I'll be out there.
Right. Moving up in the world.
How to recognize
right.
any of you? I was gonna say your name sounds really familiar. Were you there for one of the like Hearts of Iron tournaments or something? Sounds really familiar. Oh, the Star Wars stream. That's what it was. Yeah, you raided me. Ah, dude, I remember now. Thank you,
oh.
Becky. Thank God you remember more than I do. I got the memory of a goldfish with Down syndrome, bro. So I appreciate that.
That's a goldfish with Down syndrome, bro.
Memory
Oh.
down, but the pussy up. What?
So, what we're going to do is each of us will have a turn bringing up either a video they want to share or discussing a specific topic. Now, I know that Renee is fired up. She's got something to share. So, why don't we start with you, Renee, on a topic or a video that we want to watch collectively, and we'll do some commentary in the meantime.
Mr. Senor Beatdown.
Ugh. Oh, there's so many. I don't have any already pulled up. That is terrible on my part.
No problem. I thought, since we discussed it, to watch the Sam Hyde This Is You.
Yes, even just the beginning part of it, like the first 15 minutes or
Yeah.
so. Yes, that would be absolutely great.
Yes. And by the way, if you don't know Sam Hyde, subscribe to every channel that he's got, dude.
Dude, he had the I forget what he called it, but he had like this.
His
streamer
speech is the
house thing.
goat.
Oh, dude,
All right, I'm putting it in the streamers only.
I want to see this group play Helldivers 2 home, man. For managed democracy, we might have to one of these days. No,
Okay.
dude, I love Helldivers. I've played it for a long time.
Yeah. All right.
Are you done terrorizing my counter, Sunshine? Thank you, I appreciate that.
I rewinded you. Okay, here we go.
This is you. This is your sister, your wife, your daughter. But this right here is you. This is your sister, your wife, your daughter. This is you. This is your sister, your wife, your daughter. But this is you. And this is their reaction when you are killed. This is the joy they feel when your sister is raped, when your children are castrated, brainwashed to hate you. This is their ecstasy when the floor of the subway car is awash in your blood. This is you.
And let me just tell you, by him adding,
No, are we red pill-ish right now? Absolutely, brother. I snorted one last night, dude. I've been. I don't just take a red pill, bro. I snort red pills. Okay. Welcome to the club.
I used to be very in the middle of politics. Like I used to be very in the middle when it came to politics, but I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that's been going on in the world that's made me definitely lean more towards the right, the red pillish side. Now I haven't fully taken the red pill. I got a good lick of it, you know what I'm saying? I got a good lick of the lollipop, but it's like one of those how many licks much time left losing this shit that's kind of where I'm sitting too, Riker. You know, like I don't know, like there's still some points I agree with that's kind of on the left, but I don't know. There's just like I don't know, like it's this thing where it's like radical left or radical right, you're a problem. But like the left has more been turning radical like the entirety of it more and more as I see it. And like yeah, it's kind of put me off from I don't know, the Democratic side completely pretty much. Like I don't know, I don't really support it anymore.
So everyone here, has everyone caught themselves whenever they're speaking to a normie out in public, just a normal person out in public, when you're wanting to even broach the subject of something that might appear racist, how many of us have been like, I'm not racist,
But
but I have observed this. That is social engineering at its finest. Everyone is afraid to speak their mind because this cancerous empathy, this word that Charlie Kirk hated so much, you should be sympathetic towards somebody, but empathetic is a made up secular term. It just means nothing. It just means that no matter how you feel, you should immediately set those feelings aside to suit the feelings of someone else. But in a rational society, that doesn't make sense. It's not welcome. But I'm telling you, there's been so much social engineering that none of us here can talk normally or speak our minds freely out of fear of how the left has conditioned us all.
yeah, we got Bobby's mother here.
Hello, Bobby's mother.
Bobby's mother. Oh, that is the sexiest mother I've ever seen.
Oh my god.
Whip it out for the show.
No, please don't. Leave it in.
Are we talking
I was
about
talking-
gun laws?
Ooh. This guy's about to whip out a 38 special, huh?
That's that.
Oh my
Double
god.
barrel?
I like the train video.
Like the train
Can't
video.
help but wonder if a lighter skin surrounded her might.
Oh, you're
So I always hate to bring this fact up because it sounds racist, but it's literally just a fact. 13% of the population.
Right there, you just did it.
50%.
Hold on,
Yeah,
hold on a
exactly.
second.
Like what you're saying, it's the condition.
Hey,
That's
Thomas.
Social
Or,
engineering. So
Yeah,
go ahead,
it's-
speak
It's
your
one of
mind.
those things. It's one of those things where it's like 13% of the population, but over 50% of the violent crime rate. That is.
yeah. Hey,
Every American should be outraged that that statistic is allowed to exist, and somehow we're supposed to feel sympathy for a fucking felon, a fentanyl addict who held a pregnant woman at gunpoint. I mean, this motherfucker George Floyd got a golden coffin.
mhm.
Are you
Yeah.
fucking kidding me? The
And statues and
emotional
stuff.
manipulation has to stop. And we as a citizen of this country, have to say, nope, that's it.
Yeah,
No
that's
more.
the thing, Riker, that really pissed me off about that video when I saw it. That really fucking got to me. Literally nobody there did anything, bro. Literally nothing. Like, they could have easily saved her life that day.
Yep.
Her life could have
That's
easily been
one.
kept.
You're talking about Irina. Yeah, Irina.
Yeah, yeah.
Zarutska, yeah.
Yeah, on the train. Nobody
All of the
reacted
passengers-
even.
All of the passengers in that train car were black.
Yep.
Every single one of them. They saw her bleed out to death. Not one single one of them went to help her. And these are 5 random. I'm not saying these black people are felons or bad people. No, not at all. But like, come on.
It should be it should be installed in the human brain to have the decency to try and help somebody that's about to die.
Yeah.
I don't care if
Absolutely.
they're like left wing, right wing. I don't care about like anything they view. If I see somebody about to die, I'm going to try to help them.
You
I
want to
know CPR for a reason, right? Like I am CPR certified. I know CPR for a reason, right? 'Cause,
right,
like if I ever see somebody dying, I'm gonna go help them. You know, I'm not just
Yeah.
gonna let them die.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
There was one
I agree,
video I
Chunk
saw
Ball
like
Monkey.
right after, like whenever she collapsed and was in between the seat and the like barrier in between the door and the seat. Like
Yep.
as you saw blood pouring out, it was like 2 or 3 minutes of them just sitting there watching before anyone even leaned over to see if she was alive.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they're pointing at the blood puddle, and it's just
Yeah.
disgusting.
Max, turn your mic just down just a little. There you go.
Sorry, I get
No, no. You're good. It's just that it was cutting out because you were getting passionate.
Oh, sorry.
So no, you're good.
No,
I
keep
just
the passion. We need
that
the passion. Don't
well,
you
keep
apologize
the
for your
passion.
brother.
Just I want everybody to be able to hear your passion.
Thank you.
So, but yeah, I have to say him adding this photo at the end
Oh no, you're
was-
good, Riker. You're
was like that was a power move because this is something that's not being covered like it should be anymore. Like it's still a
Not
big
only-
thing.
Austin Metcalf. Not only that, but here's this is I think was a real turning point. Was when Austin Metcalf when his killer what is his name
Anthony,
not Marcellus Anthony Carmela Anthony.
Rather-
Yeah, Carmelo Anthony. Camilla Anthony on his GoFundMe page when he got over it's like $800,000. It's like over
Dude, it
half
was
a million or something.
crazy. Like what the
Dude.
fuck?
The comments on that were so fucking disrespectful and rude. I have to go back and archive it. But they were a bunch of racist leftoids, we'll call them whatever. They were just like, yeah, it's like free. They were saying things like he deserved it. You know, it's like, oh, they're referencing slave owners. It's like this
That was a
asinine
huge turning
mentality.
point for me, honestly.
Yeah.
That was
And-
like the first like stepping stone of
Yeah.
me like no longer like supporting pretty much anything
Yeah.
left, right? Like like I said, there's still a couple points that I can kind of see or whatever, but like that was one of the major things. I was like, okay, well, how they got into a fight? Sure, that happened. Because I went to school, right? Like we all went to school. We're all educated, right? Do you know how many fights I got in at school? Plenty. Do you know how many fights I got involved in where somebody pulled the knife like an insane person? Zero.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Well, at school grounds.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I'm sorry. When you're not only that, when you're not only on a school, but you're in a tent on the opposing team where you're not even supposed to be for a reserved seat,
Right.
and then your automatic default is murderous violence. Okay, I don't even if Austin Metcalf kicked Carmelo Anthony's ass, he was unarmed.
Right.
Immediately, that was wrong.
Yep.
Immediately. And the fact that there's all this postulation from these fucking race baiters like Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton saying, oh, you know, also, oh, you know, these you can never know with these white boys, you know, they're violent. They always come after you. It's like every white guy that at least that I knew in high school, no, they weren't just like, yeah, let's go hunt some niggers, like, you know, like, no, that was never the
Yeah.
case. No, that was never the case.
Exactly.
I have
like,
never
that's, like-
seen this type of feral racist violence that the left always perpetuates and claims white people have. I don't fucking see it. I mean, is there some secret club I don't know about? You know what I mean?
In fact,
Right.
there is.
I told my mother.
It's called
so-
BLM.
In Pennsylvania,
Riker.
no doubt.
That is a great point, Riker. That is a really good point. Like, so Riker was like, I told my mother, left-sided, not radical. So am I to be next if I speak my mind on politics? I'm a father of children. Is it okay if I die because I invite people to talk opposing me in peaceful talking? Like, that's exactly the
Right.
thing, dude. It's like,
Thank
did you ever see Charlie Kirk get violent or anything like that?
No.
I think
No.
that
No.
was my turning point.
Sure, he
Literally.
maybe yelled at people and stuff, but that's what happens when you debate. It's an argument. That's what debating is, arguing about your points. That's what a debate is. I was on the debate team in high school. I know it gets passionate as fuck sometimes. Like it gets fucking gritty, right? Like people yelling, but like it's never in a way where it's like I'm yelling at you because I want to hurt you, kind of thing. You know, like that should not
Right.
be a case ever. If it's a discussion, should never be a case.
I don't think until the Charlie Kirk stuff happened, I didn't realize how many people are radical, like or think radically on
Oh, it's insane, dude.
the
It's
left
insane.
side. And so I saw like all the TikToks and all the videos about people saying he deserved it and that shit. Like you would think that's a select few people. It's not. Apparently, it's a very large.
It's a
portion
huge chunk,
of
dude. I've seen
individuals.
so many videos, man. Like it's such a big chunk that it's genuinely concerning as an American citizen.
Mm-hmm. As a human
Yeah, I don't wanna-
being, as a human being with
yeah,
morals,
not even
it's
just an American
concerning.
citizen. Literally, yeah, exactly. It's just concerning. It's just like it's depressing to think about.
And I don't like to attack like a whole political party, like because I know there are some left focusing people out there who are like very normal people. That, sure, they have
Oh, of
probably
course.
opinions I don't agree with exactly, but it is sad that like those radicals are the ones that stick out the most.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. I couldn't agree more.
I mean,
Right.
Well, let's play some
the
more.
right has its radicals too, but
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
Well, okay. So what do you so as in terms of radical? Okay, like bluntly, what do you define as radical on the right that you've observed personally?
I would say that the people you were just talking about, severe like racist things like that. I don't see them. I agree with you that I don't see that very often, but I would say that's what the left views as radicals on the right, like people who are like super racist, like hardcore religion, which honestly those don't even fit together in my mind. But I don't see how you can be super racist but also a God-loving person. But yeah, that's what I would think. Like the stereotype for a hardcore right radical would be.
But you see, that's
Okay.
and if you don't mind me asking, I want to go delve a little bit further into that because I was just on the subject of social engineering. Okay, because there is a narrative being espoused by the media that there's radical right, there's racist, blah 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 blah. We can on the right, we can define what the radical left is. You've seen that these people celebrating the open murder, even these bastards that are mocking Erica Kirk and her grievance and her speech. We know what the radical left is. We can define the radical left. Antifa, for example, BLM, for example. They're well, segments of BLM, primarily on the HOTEP spectrum. But on the radical right, what group, what in particular that you personally have observed actually exists in terms of a firm example? Like, I'm just curious.
I would say
Rather than
so,
what
like,
the narrative
there-
is,
so-
draw it from your own experiences. What have you observed to justify saying that they're both the same or that one side has the same as the other? Because I haven't witnessed this right-wing extremism because they called Charlie Kirk a Nazi. And by the way, these are not just radical leftists. Politicians like Ilhan Omar called Charlie Kirk a radical Nazi. So
yeah,
like-
I think I
So-
kind of agree with you, and like I honestly, like personally, I have not seen any radical right. I hear things about the radical right rather than actually seeing that happen out in the
So,
wild. Like
That
like,
kind of
go ahead.
comes with. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. My bad. If you
You're
weren't done. Okay. So that just kind of goes. So Becky, it was like, so I'm from Lancaster, PA, and I've absolutely witnessed such racism. Just because you haven't doesn't mean it isn't real. There were sundown towns until 1968. That was 57 years ago. That someone's parents or grandparents, which is true. But also, times have changed a lot since then. Is my view on that? Because like, yes, there is a lot. I have witnessed like, and most of the time, what I've witnessed, it's like the racism that I've witnessed personally is like more older people not knowing times have changed kind of thing, I guess. Which isn't an excuse, obviously, but like I'm just saying it's like a lot of times they'll use it as like an adjective to describe somebody kind of thing. You know, they'll like call them the N-word, for example, because it's used as an adjective to like they use it as like an adjective to describe somebody or something like that. But then also there's obviously like modern day cases of like the Ku Klux Klan and stuff like that. So that's a very valid point that it still does happen. But I also think saying that someone's parents or grandparents, yes. But I will say, at least with this, like, from the range of like kids to all the way up to like 40 something years old, I don't really see any racism within that section as much. Obviously it's out there in the world, of course. Every kind of radical is out there in the world, everywhere. But I don't see it nearly as much. And
I
then
think,
also-
and by the way, I was going to put some points onto what you were saying, Cameron. Is that it's a good thing to call out extremism on both sides, but when you're calling out extremism, especially on the right, when there's no solid example, institution, or organized group,
I mean, the Ku Klux
doesn't
Klan.
no, yes, I understand. Well, first of all, the Ku Klux Klan, and I just want to, there is absolutely no example out there of anyone that has said, "Oh, I've seen the Ku Klux Klan, marching in this place," or no, I'm telling you, any street in America, you see someone with a fucking white hooded Ku Klux Klan outfit, they're getting their ass beat by white people,
That is true.
probably
That
more
is
than blacks.
that is very true, actually. Yeah.
I mean, everyone, even in the duration of this conversation thus far, everyone is like, okay, calling out, oh, there's extremism on the right. It's like, yeah, the Ku Klux Klan exists, neo-Nazis exists, but they are a completely underground culture that has zero relevance in our lives.
Which is fair. Like, cause I have like, there's a cult that's like kind of near my house or whatever, and they have a very like Ku Klux Klan radical kind of view a little bit from like the members that have like been interviewed that got out. Becky might know what I'm talking about. Watch her here, maybe.
Read the past 3 messages. They're interesting.
So what would Nepal instance be, or France, anytime they have marched on governments in their countries? An uprising. I was actually gonna once we got over to like a different topic to like, or like when it was like my turn to like bring up a topic, I was actually gonna bring up the Nepal government. So hold on to that.
Okay, first of all, number one, you are misinformed about the January 6th insurrection. There was no insurrection. As a matter of fact, out of the less than 1,000 people that were at the Capitol building, 275 of those less than 1,000 members were FBI agents. As a matter of fact, on video, there's a man ushering everyone towards the Capitol building. We're all going to the Capitol building, on the day of January 6th. That was recorded by some random guy. We're going to the Capitol building. Come on, everybody, meet there. That was a senior FBI agent that Congress exposed. The January 6th narrative is absolute bullshit. There was less than $10,000 in property damage compared to the $2 billion in property damage from leftist violence during the BLM riots, which, by the way, my wife and I experienced in the building that my wife and I live in. During the BLM riots in Raleigh, the mayor lived in our building. And there was a whole bunch of BLM Antifa rioters who were threatening, saying the most heinous shit you could imagine. I have a recording of that in front of our building, trying to intimidate the mayor. Now, before you say there's a whole thing about January 6th, it being real, that is a bullshit narrative. It was not an insurrection. There was no militia. There was no organization whatsoever. And also, all the individuals who were arrested committed nonviolent crimes. And yeah, were pardoned. That narrative was kept alive. These individuals that were arrested for the January 6th, quote unquote, insurrection, there were no proper and formal charges against them. Now, the ones who were committing violence, I think there was less than 17. Yeah, of course they deserve to go to jail. Those bastards absolutely deserve to go to jail. They did cause property damage. But no, I'm sorry. To classify that as an insurrection and not the BLM riots of them going to politicians' towns, Antifa, going to politicians' homes and threatening them for not complying with whatever their fucking worldview is a real insurrection. If you go to Portland right now, how many right-wingers have you seen going in front of government buildings, throwing trash and garbage, blocking vehicles from leaving, causing massive property damage, making graffiti and everything all over government buildings? Hell, even, what was it, like not even a week ago, there was someone, this fucking idiot moron commie was trying to shoot ICE officers and ended up killing 2 illegal immigrants. No, all the violence comes in one direction, and there's only real documented evidence that isn't manufactured for a political narrative and it comes from the left. Yeah, 140 officers injured by the fake insurrection. 140 officers injured by the fake insurrection. I guess they hit themselves. No, first of all, again, you also have to understand the internal, how the federal government works, even the local police departments in DC, they are absolutely on the same narrative. They're on the same payroll. That's why you see thousands of federal employees being fired right now, not only because of their complicitness of being overly paid by the federal government, and their incentive to lie for the Democratic Party is so high. Their entire livelihood is tied to their loyalty to the Democratic Party, which again the Obama administration had brought in. So these bureaucrats at the highest level that we want out, which I'm sorry, they're all bureaucratic hacks. They are there to manufacture a narrative. And if you want to talk about 140 officers that were injured, I mean, every officer who engages in any type of riot is going to gather some type of injury. Was it life-threatening? No. But you know how many people died in the George Floyd riots? 30. Do you know how many people were injured? Over 4,000 life-altering injuries. There was a man from New Jersey who is now a paraplegic because he was beaten. He got the shit kicked out of him because someone was protesting for racial rights. Give me a break. You can't even compare the two. And if you're being serious, it's not even remotely comparable.
The main thing I remember, because like back when the George Floyd BLM riots happened, the main thing I remember from that, because I was still very in the middle when it came to politics. I didn't really watch either side too hard or whatever. I just wasn't interested in it as much. But the main thing I remember from that is watching a video of it was a black business owner, and he was he was just devastated. He was crying because he was like, if they're protesting for me, why'd they destroy my store? His store got fucked up. He lost thousands and thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars because he just lost it all. They went in and stole everything. That's the thing that.
Oh yeah, and another thing I wanted to answer Riker's question. He asked a very good point. Was there even a politician killed January 6th? No, there wasn't. But you know who was killed? A grandmother, an old woman, a grandmother was shot by the police in January 6th. And by the way, another interesting point, she was shot in the Capitol building, right? You'd think, well, if she was in the Capitol building, she wasn't supposed to be there. Why would she? Well, in the, what is it? It was like 3,000 hours of footage that was recorded. The police, the FBI agents that were undercover in that crowd opened the door and allowed protesters in.
Mm-hmm. There's video footage of it.
They didn't kick down the door. They didn't do any of that shit. That was completely debunked. Mm-hmm. They ushered people in. It was a manufactured crisis, because again, just like most hate crimes nowadays, like with Jesse Smollett, there was an absence in racial targeted hate crimes that now they just make it up all the time. There are now headlines. There are more headlines now of fake hate crimes than there are actual hate crimes being committed. And I'm sorry, before these FBI statistics that are published, again, conveniently during the Biden era, that, the right is more violent than the left. Those statistics that were published do not include, conveniently, the George Floyd riots, the BLM riots. They don't include the $2 billion in property damage that was committed, the 30 people who were executed, not just they died as a result of the riot. No. Executed. They were actually targeted and killed. Kyle Rittenhouse, for example. He was found, he's proven not guilty, but he defended himself. And that was the Kyle Rittenhouse case was the saving grace that, there were racist white kids, shooting other people. No, they weren't. The reason why that case even made national headlines is because the media was so desperate to find a case where there was right-wing violence against the left-wing protests.
But also, do you think it's that difficult for our government to protect a single building from a mob of people rioting? I feel like the amount of technology, just police force and everything, I don't know. I feel like one of the most important buildings in our entire country. I feel like there'd be if they were actually trying to protect it and not just let people in, like you're saying. They could easily do that.
I say Nancy Pelosi.
I agree. Actually, that's a very good point. Oh, I'm sorry, Blake.
No, you're good. I was just saying, Nancy Pelosi denied the request for extra backup and assistance, and it took forever. Even when stuff was starting to go down, they had to pass it up the chain instead of just emergency, deploy everyone. It was no, we got to wait for an answer from so and so, and
Hell, and if you brush your finger on a wall, nowadays they can fucking find your whole family history just from your DNA. I don't
Dude, you can find somebody's whole full family history from their name, basically.
Yeah. So if they, I just feel like they would know every single person that did anything, essentially, because I can't even imagine how many cameras there probably are in that area from what happened.
Oh, I'm sure the White House has 8 cameras on every area, bro.
So Rikerverse, to answer your question, at least in my state, I'm sorry to interrupt. So at Rikers, you said he said it when couldn't they bring in the National Guard near instance? So in my state during the Black Lives Matter riots, it was so bad in Raleigh that the National Guard was pulled in. I mean, there were Humvees with 50 cals at the Cameron Village Shopping Center, just sitting outside protecting property. That's how serious it was. But our liberal mayor and our liberal governor called them in discreetly. They didn't want WRAL, which is a local news station, recording how serious the situation was. It was optics.
They
And
were
they
threatening
convinced
his
it.
life, though. Why would
Yeah.
that's
Well, that's just it. Her lactose response. We had SWAT teams in the front of the building. I mean, it was a lot. I mean, seriously, it was really bad. Like there were police surrounding the building and everything. But she played it off like, oh, they're just coming here to voice their opinions. No, that's not what the fuck it was. It was political intimidation. But, and this is another point I wanted to bring up. How many riots from the right did we see after Charlie Kirk was murdered?
Not a single one.
How much property damage was done as a result of rioting and Charlie
Zero.
Kirk? Zero. How many death threats did you see online? I mean, besides maybe one or two wackos for sure, of going after the left. How much retaliation has
Right.
been done,
None.
or physical assault, verbal, whatever that resulted in any of that death or assault? I haven't seen a single case. Maybe there is, but I myself have not seen a single case.
yeah, I haven't heard anything about that either. The most I've seen is like me and Renee were watching. You remember that? It was the concert at the Vatican. Remember they had like they had like the moment of silence or whatever and stuff like that too. Yeah, they had like because they had like Jelly Roll playing and stuff like that at the Vatican and stuff. Like everything I've seen based on it is either people online talking their opinion about it and like pretty much just like shitting on the left and being like, hey, what the fuck are y'all doing, like kind of thing. But I've never seen. I obviously there's a couple out there on like Facebook and shit like that from people who post anonymously and shit like that are like, hey, fuck you, I'm gonna fuck you up, I'm gonna kill you, you stupid bitch, type shit like that. But like, you already know that's some like 40-year-old troll in their basement. You know what I'm saying? Like in their mom's basement. Sorry, but yeah. I don't know. I didn't see any riots.
No.
I didn't see anybody get killed or murdered.
No, instead we're having a revival.
Yeah, I
If
agree.
anything, the only thing it's done is made the voices of the people like that support his opinions louder. Sorry, Blake.
But it's not-
I just got
but you know-
suspended on TikTok.
You just got suspended on TikTok?
I did too.
Misinformation.
Yep. That is also why I got suspended.
I have not.
Yeah, no.
Interesting.
I have not.
Yeah, I got suspended for misinformation on TikTok.
Misinformation.
So somebody definitely reported us then, probably. Mm-hmm. All right, TikTok, you're gonna be getting a cease and desist from my lawyer.
Yeah, please
Well, I
show
mean,
me
that's
where
it.
my
Exactly, dude. See, this is another thing, man. Yo, what's up, Newton?
I mean,
Appreciate you popping
censorship.
in. On the YouTube, I see you. Appreciate you popping in. But yeah, no, dude, that's actually crazy. We just completely got censored on TikTok. You know what? Fuck it. I ain't even mad. They can
No.
fucking censor me all they want. I'm gonna say my shit. Say my piece.
Yep. It is. It is what it is. But people can't handle the truth. And the fact is, look at the situation after Charlie Kirk had passed, and when all we wanted to do was to have a memorial, just a standard memorial of vigilance, a nonviolent, peaceful vigilance, people trying to show their respect, the human, decent thing to do. What do we see? So many videos out there of people running into memorials, kicking it over, like that bastard, I don't know, the college who went over and stomped on all the flowers and kicked everything and was arrested. Or in Utah, where there was at the Capitol there, they were all praying and singing songs. It was very positive. What happened?
Mhm.
You had a leftist protester, these three of leftoids. What did they go in, and then they started shouting and saying obscenities. All these people want to do is pray and mourn the loss of a prominent speaker. That's it. But no, they couldn't even allow us to do that. They couldn't even allow us to do that. So
You
I don't
can't
know.
talk bad about Islam at all or politics on TikTok. Islam just bought TikTok. Is that true? Really?
what? I don't really. I don't think so. No, I think Oracle and like it's basically Israeli companies and prominent Israeli businessmen.
Oh.
But you
Oh,
know how
just
they
like shit.
champion and darling the left. So I mean, Charlie Kirk spoke about it, right? In one of his most recent streams, he spoke
Oh,
about
you already know I
how.
clipped that too. I'm saving that
Oh,
clip and I'm posting it
there it
everywhere.
is. I
That
just
clip
got
getting posted
suspended.
everywhere. Oh, there's the suspension too. Hell yeah, all three of us got fucking suspended.
Nice.
Unbelievable.
What happened?
All right, at Donald Trump on Twitter. Here we go. Or sorry, X.
What happened?
Well,
We all just got
We got
suspended
all
on
three of us
TikTok.
just got suspended on TikTok. Yeah.
why is that?
For
Why
what?
is it the suspension had to happen? What was so controversial about what you said?
We're talking the truth.
That's just it. Any escape from the narrative.
Oh,
Well,
working on it. Oh, or they're working
excuse
on
me one
mine.
second.
Oh, I see.
Excuse
Yeah,
me one
take your
second.
time.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually crazy.
And it won't let me send in my dispute either.
Yep, no, mine neither. I tried already.
Yeah, mine
Mine
neither.
won't let me like dispute it.
Wow.
How do you know you got suspended? It just
It,
like,
it
stopped
tells
Oh,
you.
it
It
told
tells
us.
you
It
when
would
you get
just-
suspended.
it
Yeah, it
took you
literally
off
says you
live
got
and everything.
suspended from TikTok for misinformation. Is what it said.
misinformation.
For misinformation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that's not against the first fucking amendment, I don't know what is.
Remember, my newfound friends, an educated population is a dangerous one. Exact. That's what I'm saying.
You know how many people go on TikTok and probably just say random fucking shit like
Dude, you know how? Dude, you
it's like
scroll
the-
through TikTok for more than 2 hours and you'll see titties, guaranteed.
I'm banned
Yeah.
for a
Open
week
pair of titties.
from going
or
live.
like
How do
the
you- How'd you find that?
I went to my phone and went to
Sorry,
my live access. It was my live access stuff. The system notifications. It says live violation, and it says a live active status. Your access to go live across all channels, including multi guest, will be restored on 10/10/25 at 8:03 p.m. Oh, it's even got a violation clip for me.
Oh, I got a warning, dude. Yeah, I got a warning.
what's the clip say?
I don't know. It's about to play the clip. Misinformation. In a global community, it is natural for people to have different opinions, but we seek to operate on a shared set of facts and reality. We do not allow inaccurate, misleading, or false content that may be may cause significant harm to individuals or society regardless of intent. And now it won't even
So,
show me the
it's
clip.
not free
Look,
speech.
it won't even show me the clip.
Yeah, mine won't either. I've
So
tried.
they're essentially saying they don't allow free speech on their app.
Pretty
Yep,
much.
pretty much.
I thought the whole point of TikTok
I
was
just got a
free speech.
TikTok live violation. I'm banned from going live for a week.
On TikTok?
Yeah, it's not even
Was when
giving me an
China-
option to look at a video.
For misinformation.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Does America
So
own
live on
TikTok now or
Yes.
part of TikTok?
Do your stream.
Thank you.
Cameron, do you
Hey,
know?
you're doing something right.
Right? Apparently.
Well, so TikTok in America, so like Thomas was saying, is owned by like Oracle. I don't know if they're. I know there's more like American enforcement on TikTok than there was before. That was like one of the major problems. It was a Chinese company. I know it was one of
When
the
it
like.
was a Chinese company, at least you could say what we want on it.
Oh, it let me submit an appeal.
Where
Yeah,
did you
except
see
for
that? Mine didn't let me.
online, you can select multiple, but on your phone, you have to select one.
Yeah.
Would you pull it?
TikTok should allow my content. Or content
Wait,
like
mine won't-
mine.
Wait, mine's not popping up anymore.
What do you mean?
It seems I can still go live on my. Oh no, live access. There we go. Now it's loading up. Well, chat, you saw it here first. Apology to the lady in the room, not assuming, but TikTok allows mainstream man-hating to fill its walls. Yeah, pretty much. No, deadass. No, that's like, dude,
Oh,
I see so much shit about like, oh, murder all men and shit like that, like crazy
you
shit,
can-
like fucking.
Yeah,
And you see
when it-
actual like radicals on there fucking saying wild shit all the time. Radical lefts, of course.
what
Well,
a
you see it
quote
all
right
the
there.
time.
An educated population is a dangerous one. That's a great quote.
Yep.
And and unfortunately, America's
Uh,
getting less and less educated.
Riker,
because
I'm
the
just gonna
media-
go ahead and tell you, I am against feminist. I'm against women. I
Oh, it's all
am
false. Yeah.
about
course
as right of a woman as you can get.
Yep. Renee is literally one of the boys. She's pretty much a dude at this point.
The
She's just
homie.
a dude with a vagina, pretty much, is what Renee is. She's
Pretty
a dude
much.
with a vagina. So.
So still tell you she has a bigger dick.
Well, one of
than
the
Oh,
one of the
I
You
main
do.
don't gotta
reasons I-
apologize for your opinions too, man. This is free speech area. We talk about
Oh, yeah.
whatever here. You know what I'm saying?
Right. This
One of
is
the
what
main
it's for.
reasons that when I first registered to vote, I was Democrat because I thought, as naive as I was at the time, that I thought that everything politicians and people tell you is true or that that's their real intention. And then as I got older and started realizing that most people lie to gain popularity and stuff like that, and I started, having more conversations and talking with people like you guys and hearing more of the truth. That's where I started just leaning more towards the right. and
Your
shame-
mom
shame-
forced you to vote for Hillary when you turned 16, or else you'd be put out of the house. See, that's the fuck shit, man. See, dude, on a note,
That's
that
the
is
fucked
That is
left
fucked up.
shit.
That is fucked as shit, right? Dude, my grandparents, right? When all the I don't want to talk shit on my grandparents because obviously I still love them, right? But when all the COVID stuff was happening, so I'm not anti-vax in any way. I trust vaccines. I hate doctors' needles. I fucking freak out with those, but I'm not anti-vax. What I don't trust is vaccines that are rushed out extremely fast, right? I don't trust rushed vaccines. And so I was not going to take the vaccine. Now, if there was like another thing of COVID, they've had plenty of time to make an actual vaccine that'll work. I'd probably trust a new one more than I'd trust the like Pfizer one they pushed out in like fucking weeks, right? Very short time. I'd trust the vaccine more on COVID now than I trusted it back then. Well, one day, my grandparents asked if I wanted to hang out and go get some food and stuff with them, right? Like just like hang out, talk, cause like they like seeing me. So I was like, sure, why not? Let's go somewhere to eat. Well, while we were driving to the place to eat, they stop at a clinic and they were like, oh yeah, you should get the vaccine while we're here. And I was like, no. And they were like, well, you should though. You should be vaccinated. And I was like, my immune system is fine. You guys have your vaccine, so you should be fine. What are you worried about? Like, but the fact that I love my freedom of being an American citizen and having the freedom to choose what I want to do with myself. Obviously, there's consequences with freedom, but the freedom to choose what I want to do, right? that shit, that was kind of off to the left more and more. That was like the first like sign I saw, one of the first signs, and then all the like the murder with the like high school kid and stuff like that. That was pretty much the big turning point. And then the Charlie Kirk stuff, I was like, yeah, fuck the left, right?
I have we don't have to talk about it now, but a topic in regard the government shutdown and what actually caused that to happen. Because I've heard people saying that it's about like the fact that they're trying to give medical coverage to illegal immigrants or something like that, and it's probably not true. Caitlin's saying it's definitely not true. It's something to do with Medicaid or whatever. I don't know, Obamacare or something.
No, that's entirely incorrect. As a matter of fact, there's an exact figure. It's $590 million. Okay, $590 million would be issued to each state that subsidizes. Now, to be very clear, there is no federal Medicaid program or Medicare program, whatever you want to call it, to subsidize illegal immigrants' insurance, but there is on a state level. For example, Google New York State's Medicare for illegals. There is plenty of resources that explains to you how an illegal immigrant can get that state subsidy. But how the Democrats use their verbiage to say, no, there is no Medicaid going to illegal immigrants. That doesn't exist. Yeah, on a federal level it does, you motherfucker. But on your state level that you represent, there absolutely is. And what happens is the state receives a subsidy, conveniently in a different name, that then gets trickled down and pays, obviously to the state Medicare program, that then pays the illegal immigrants, medical bills. $590 million out of the budget would trickle down into these programs. And before you say it's like, oh, well, what is there evidence of that? Yeah, every single year a budget is set all of those funds are audited and they're all recorded into these organizations, into these institutions that cover illegal immigrant stay. Now, the reason why the Democrats want as many illegal immigrants in their state is not because illegal immigrants are, are voting. No, it's so that way the electoral power of their state remains the same through the national census. And so, with this particular budget, the states that offer free Medicare to these illegal immigrants, they're going to have a massive migration of illegal immigrants go to their state. And they're perfectly content with that because California has been losing millions of people because of their insane liberal policies. But the reason why they're able to keep 55 electoral points since the year 2000, despite millions of people moving out, is because they're replaced by illegal immigrants that are written into the consensus. It's a lot easier to add this demographics, just a warm body with a pulse, if there's no real if there's no real oversight to prevent them from counting them. There's no audit in the census, in the U.S. Census, so they get to retain their electoral power. Right now, without the illegal immigrants in California, they would lose at least 6-7 electoral points in their state. So it's like you think that there's not an incentive for there to be massive institutional power to lie and give real misinformation about this budget being given to illegal immigrants. It's like, yeah, for the GOP's to prevent or to, for them to hurt their enemy, which is the Democrats, they don't want that money to go into illegal immigrants' hands. But just from a moral aspect, no, you don't want that money going to illegal immigrants and non-Americans. 5% of that budget, and Hakeem Jeffries actually fucked up in a speech when he said at least 95% of that budget is going towards illegal immigrants. Or sorry, tax-paying Americans. Yeah, because 5% of that $100 billion budget is going towards fucking illegal immigrants. He couldn't even lie. That's a fuck ton of money. Like listen, you go outside of Raleigh, there's a place like Sanford, North Carolina, that was absolutely ravaged when TPP was created, the Trans-Pacific Partnership, Obama's economic policy to again ship more manufacturing jobs out to China. It ravaged that city. 19,000 jobs were lost, and now it looks like a crater. I mean, there's more homeless fentanyl addicts in Sanford, North Carolina than there are as anywhere else, and it's because of those.
They're doing their Fentanyl dance move. Okay, you just
yeah. Well, yeah, sure. But at the end of the day, it's like all these American cities have gone to shit, and especially if they're especially in their blue state, even more so. But the only way to attract people and migration to those cities are by funding all these free government programs, creating a welfare state. It will keep them in there, and therefore the political influence. The Democrats need that in order for their political survival. They need these illegal immigrants to retain their electoral power. So that's an incentive enough for them to push the narrative. Sorry, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, this is a little bit off this topic, but Riker, I was asking you, Max. Hey, brother, man in the shades, where'd you get your chair? It looks comfy.
Oh, thanks. It was a gift. I know. I got it at an estate sale. Isn't it nice?
And he also said it was kind of on the point where I was like talking about the vaccine or whatever, and he's like, I work as a CNA, so I was forced to take them, and I hated the fact we had to. I got sick as fuck after I got it. Yeah, my cousins were out for like 2 weeks after they got their vaccination, dude, which like is kind of common for vaccines, but not that type of out of it type sick, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then he was also like, but I'm too poor to get credits for insurance. Yeah, type shit. But dude, if you just like move out of the country for long enough and then just illegally immigrate back here, dude, you'll be good. You know, you'll have everything you need. You used to, not as much anymore. Now you're kind of cooked, but
yeah. Did we want to keep watching this Sam Hyde?
Oh yeah. Oh,
yeah, we got
off
on a huge tangent. Yeah,
no, it's okay.
Yeah.
Make no mistake, that is a symbol. That is you. But this won't last long. They can't help themselves because they're so ugly
and so low that the only joy they can experience, the only good that they can envision, is to take something beautiful or innocent down to their level. And when they can't do it, the next best thing is blood. This is Charlie's family, and these are his children who will never be able to hug their dad and grow up with a murdered father. And these are the people who smugly revel in
Okay, I want you to
Nose ring
notice
theory.
something. No, fuck the nose ring theory. The nose ring theory is more inaccurate. The fucking bang theory with women.
Oh yeah.
Those weird fucked up bangs that are like chopped up here, like
They're all
we're
the way, dude. They're like all the
Dude.
way across the fucking 8-head too,
like
bro.
it screams left.
They might as well just fucking dye an LEFT on their forehead.
Yeah, no fucking kidding, dude. Nose ring theory, I can understand where people come from with that. I hate it though, because I have a nose ring. But the bang theory, though, so much more accurate and so much worse.
Hey, now, don't hate on my goth baddies that are right wing, all right, Renee?
Show me a right wing baddie with those bangs.
The only pictures I have, I'm not showing.
They
Oh
won't
my
stop
God.
just for Charlie. The boats are burned.
Any
There's
goth
nobody
baddies out
coming to
there?
help. The barbarians are at the gate.
Yep, me.
This is the fall of ancient Rome that we are living through.
If you're above age, of course. I'm
Currently.
not a Minecraft YouTuber.
And what happens in the next 2 weeks is going to determine the future of mankind. That's not hyperbole. That's just how it is. A few notes before we start. I've seen some Twitter posts from people lamenting, apologizing, because their last interactions with Charlie were less than kind. And congratulations if that's you, because that's proof that you have a soul. And similarly, I think we had to cut 30 minutes from the last episode of Sam Hyde Show because I called him something not nice. Some people
If anybody wants to know, anybody out there, that's humanity.
Yeah.
That is fucking humanity. I just had to throw that out there.
offering their condolences, paying their respects, etc. Started off with a qualifier. While I didn't agree with Charlie on everything, essentially that he wasn't based enough. And this is fine too. We all have some strain of autism that is compels us to constantly signal how based we are.
I just want to say, the strain of autism, I prefer a Tylenol American. Thank you. Autism is now a slur. I commit as a Tylenol American. Change my
Well,
mind.
With your Flintstone gummies.
I
They
haven't
bought
looked. I haven't looked too much into the whole Tylenol allegations.
I remember.
I don't know exactly even what Trump's narrative was around that. But I do think that if there, I hope at least, because again, I haven't done any research into it, but my hope is that if there is something or studies that have been done that it's linked or dangerous for pregnant women, I do think that it's important for them to disclose it, because there was a federal commission that investigated cigarettes in the 1930s, 40s, and it was found, I think it's called Ocelot Committee. They found that there was no issue with smoking tobacco or cigarettes. I mean, hell, even the seatbelt took Congress, the car seatbelt took Congress 10 years to pass into law. All I would say is that if pregnant women might be affected by Tylenol in a way that normal people are not, then yeah, there
Take
should
it,
be a
yeah.
warning on the label at minimum. But
Exactly.
I mean, that's all I can say. I really don't know anything else about it. But I think that there's a lot of people blowing out of proportion saying that it is the main cause for autism. I don't think so. That doesn't
Yeah,
sound
the autism is
reasonable.
a genetic thing, you know, like it's in your chromosomes. Like I don't know, which I don't like I said like you said too. I haven't done a like deep dive on any of the like Tylenol stuff, but I don't know. I don't necessarily
I mean, we have the most autistic cases because we're the greatest in the world. That's why.
well, and also, dude, I saw a really good point on that in a video somebody made.
Hello?
I saw a really, really
Oh,
good
there you
point
are.
somebody made on that. Is
Thing is breaking
the
up.
reason autism cases have gone up so much since like the early 1900s and stuff. What did we used to do to people with that were like mentally retarded? What did we used to do? People
Throw
would
them in
just
insane
abandon them,
asylums.
leave them, yeah, put them in
Yeah.
asylums, kill them, like all that stuff. No wonder the numbers are higher because as a society we don't like shun, murder, or do any of those things those people do. So that was a point I saw that like I was like, you know, that is very valid. No one like obviously the cases are gonna go up because we don't like people used to just not report it too. They'd be like embarrassed of it, you know. It's just not something to be embarrassed to any of my mentally disabled friends out there.
That's
There's nothing to
great.
be embarrassed about. You know what I'm saying? Like I have family members who are autistic. I have family members with cerebral palsy. I got family members with a lot of stuff. Like I got
better
nicked
than
by it, you
fighting.
know, a little bit, but
We all did, to be fair.
Alex, do you
Oh,
have a
no,
take
it's a-
on it?
I just need you guys to talk to Caitlin, man.
Oh God.
She's that's why I've been muting myself. She has very strong left opinions, and
Oh.
nothing's wrong with that.
No, not at all.
But
of course.
but I keep telling her, I'm like, you need to talk to these guys, and they won't. She's like, no, I don't want 4 people to be calling me crazy and stuff.
No,
Like,
I
you
want to
guys
hear her
won't
no,
takes.
no, this is
I
an
They
want
wanna
to hear her
hear you.
takes.
They're not gonna attack you.
No, no, no,
That's
not at
the whole
all.
point of this
We'll attack
conversation
you
is
with
to have a
love.
conversation.
No,
And
maybe
I
she
think
knows
it would be
something
a
I
great
don't.
conversation.
Yeah, listen, I don't know much about the subject. Maybe there's something that I don't
Well, not,
know. I
this
mean,
isn't regards to Tylenol stuff. We've been talking about a lot of
And even
stuff
if it's one of
about,
those situations where she doesn't want to be on camera either, I mean, we could talk.
We
about
could
it
do it
later.
another time and talk about it.
of course, you know.
Why not? No one's gonna attack you. All right.
Well,
Dude, Caitlin,
If
I
she
spent
wants-
like a week at your house.
if-
Why would I attack
yeah.
you?
if she wants,
Yeah,
we
you
can
said
have.
leave your house. Why would I attack you?
Yeah.
Diversity of thought is very important. You know, it's very important,
He doesn't want to be
and
on
we
camera.
promote it.
You want to put
No
the sound
problem.
set
Yeah,
on?
that's fair. That's fair. She doesn't.
If she doesn't want to do it on camera, we can sit and have a conversation
problem.
with her another time off stream.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But we would love to talk to her about it and have an open conversation about it.
They would love to talk to you about your opinions and have an open conversation, like
doesn't have to be
Charlie
on
Kirk
stream.
did,
Make sure she knows
where
that
he
too.
Yeah.
had a very strong opinion, but did he call anybody any poor names and stuff? Not
Yeah.
that I saw. Oh, he might have. But,
I'm just-
you know what I'm getting at, though.
Right.
Yeah, no, I get you.
What I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine.
Well, at her convenience,
Yeah.
whenever she feels
your
comfortable in a proper setting,
Right.
you know, no problem.
Okay.
I'm just gonna call you crazy.
Hey,
I might
tell her
call you
we don't
crazy
think
for Alex.
there's no one here that
Yeah, you
thinks
can't be
that
much
she's
crazier than
crazy.
me, Caitlin.
No.
No one here thinks she's crazy, and she's more than welcome to speak her mind on anything that she wants.
Did we somehow let you in on the homie group chat? Do you know how rare that would? Dude, nobody else's girl in that homie group chat. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
As long as it can be, no matter, everyone is welcome.
Yep.
Epstein's list. Yeah, everyone is welcome, no matter where you stand, as long as it can be a civilized and reasonable convo. That's exactly what I'm saying. You know.